morning and welcome to Cityline. It is great to be in your home this morning. We have a action-packed hour ahead of us. Later on the hour, we'll be talking with Tacoma Public Library. They are here to talk about the Youth Tacoma Reads summer program and also some other things that you can pick up at the library that perhaps you don't know about. Mark Marzell is here from Tacoma Pro Bono Lawyers to talk about the eviction resolution pilot program. Where are we right now in our city with landlords and tenants who are trying to come together to figure out how to dig themselves out of COVID? Tacoma Musical Playhouse, John Rake is here. And he brought some props with him. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but you definitely want to tune in for this. With me now is somebody who I used to share a committee presence with, but she's since moved on. And no, she's not a quitter. She's Council Member Sarah Rumbaugh. Please join me with a big Cityline welcome. Hello, my dear.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here today.
It is so great to have you here. This is your first time on the comfy couch.
It is. Last time we talked, it was on Zoom.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be here in person. This is way more fun.
Isn't it way more fun? I know.
Right.
There's much more collective effervescence.
Plus, you get to see my cool shoes.
Okay, wait, hold still. Go back up.
All right, because
Sarah Rumbaugh, the council member Rumbaugh has blue suede shoes on.
Right.
These are gorgeous.
And when you're at home, you know, everybody, the whole trick was you wear the nice thing on top,
Yep.
and then you're wearing your leggings on the bottom.
Pajamas.
And your slippers.
And your slippers, yes. So you represent District 2. Give our viewers an idea of the general boundaries of your district.
Well, this is great because last time I was here, we got to talk about this, but I think it's really important people have civic lessons.
Yes.
Because it's hard to remember all of this. So we have 5 districts in our city. And we have, and we have some at-large seats too, and a mayor. And my district is District 2, and I live in Northeast Tacoma, which is part of District 2, and it rounds the port. And basically, my district is all of the area around Commencement Bay. Okay. And so it heads downtown, it goes up the hill through Old Town, Stadium, University of Puget Sound, and out to Union and 6th Avenue.
That's a chunk.
It's really big. When you look at the map, we have the biggest district. That's because we have the Port of Tacoma in our district.
No wonder.
Yeah, we love it.
So you were elected in 2021.
Right.
And of course, we're now looking at, today is the 21st of July, 2022. You've
7 hot months I've been here.
7 hot months. What inspired you to run for office, Sarah?
Oh, that's such a great question to ask because I think it changes as you move, right? But really feeling like the work I'd done in nonprofits, maybe I could be doing more as an elected official to actually make that change happen. And that's really what it was, is that when you're working at a nonprofit raising money, you're making difference, but maybe there's another way we can make more difference as someone who's an elected official for these organizations and the causes that they hold near and dear and like really important to me.
Well, and Sarah, you were already doing that in Tacoma. I mean, I sit on the Human Rights Commission. You used to be on the Human Rights Commission. Right. You were on the Housing Equity Group. I mean, you have always had your fingers involved in our community. If you look at your job now being so visible, is the most visible part the 5 p.m. council meeting every Tuesday?
Well, I would say to people out there listening who think that the council meeting is the most important thing to make it to and that they feel like they don't have a voice there are so many other places that you should be leaning into. Okay. For instance, you should be coming to our study session.
Yes.
You don't get a chance to talk, but that's where everything happens. That's where things are daylighted from the different committees that we have, and we have 4 different committees, and I serve on 2 of those, and every council member serves on 2, and mine are the most exciting and sexy. Community Vitality and Safety, and it's what it sounds like, and the other one is Government Performance and Finance, which is really funny because one is all about the touchy-feely things of the city, the things that are really the compassion ones. And the other ones are the ones to do with the budgets. So I just think it's funny. I have that.
You've got the yin and yang.
Right.
Yeah, you sure do.
But that's where you should be looking at, if you're interested in what's happening in our city, you should be looking at the different committees, seeing what's happening at those, and seeing what committee meeting you might want to go to.
Ooh, there
and so that's really where the information's taking, where it's coming out. And maybe you feel like 90 seconds isn't long enough. I get a lot of complaints from people about, and I'm just going to bring it up right here.
Yeah.
One of the number one things I hear from people is they feel like they don't have a voice in our city. There are so many opportunities to have a voice, and we are working every day on that issue. And that's why, I think one of the most important things that we can lean into as a city is more communication.
Yes.
Like how we do a better job communicating. And this is one opportunity is coming on your show. Thank you so much, Amanda, because there's a certain portion of the population that's going to watch this. I watch this show.
Thank you.
But then there's other things that we need to be doing. And I think we need to be supporting our council members in having social media.
Yep.
Because that's where people are finding out things. Today you asked me, what are some of the things going on in our city, in my district? I went to Instagram because that's where I know all of the things are that are happening. And Downtown Tacoma Partnership does a fabulous job of putting things on Instagram. Whoever does their Instagram, shout out to them.
Yep.
But that's where I got all my information to share with you today about what's going on in my district.
I love that. When I moved here, Sarah, 26 years ago, 27 years ago, in the North End, I didn't have any cable yet. And so my family, we watched TV Tacoma Channel 12 because it was the only thing that our old antenna would get. But I learned so much about our city. And in many ways, that launched me into this because I knew so much about our city.
Oh, I love that.
And about what's happening. So you're right, those study sessions, and they're taped too. So you can watch them on YouTube at your leisure.
When I wasn't on council, I would go back and I would listen to some of the different committee meetings.
Yes.
Because you could listen to them. I'd put them in my ears and I'd turn it on and I would go walk my neighborhood for the hour and a half that IPS was on. So, I think that is a really great place for people to get information, to know what's going on and figure out what you want to learn more about. And I just have to say, I am one of those council members, along with many other council members, that if you send me an email, I try to get back to you.
Thank you.
Now, if I didn't get back to you right away, send me another one because maybe it got lost somewhere, but I try to respond to every single person who reaches out to me in my district.
I love that. So when we think about those events that you saw on Instagram, and you live in Tacoma, your family is here, your girls are grown, but they still have roots here. Your husband is someone who has a lot of influence. He is Judge Rumbaugh, that we call him.
Right.
So when you look at all of that, when you were on Instagram, were you thinking, okay, I'm going to put my mom, my council member, and my partner hat on? What would I want to do in my district? What did you come up with?
Oh, well, for things to do, so first off, having downtown Tacoma in my district, I feel like I lucked out, right?
Did you ever?
I know. I think I have the
I
best
think you
district.
did, yeah.
Well, I know for certain that we have Sound Bites is happening, and it's something that Downtown Tacoma Partnership was sponsoring. It happens on Wednesdays from 5 to 8 p.m. It's free, so anyone can come. Another thing that's happening at Tolfson Square, which you should go down and see the Black Lives Matter mural that's being built there. But there is, Tolfson Plaza has food trucks every Wednesday from 11 to 2. And so people should go to that.
Yes.
So now something really great that's happening this week that isn't really, I believe, in my district, but I should talk about anyways, is Mosaic Art Festival, which was Ethnic Fest. I'm just going to put that out there. That's this weekend on Saturday and Sunday for people who are wondering what happened to Ethnic Fest.
Thank you.
That is Ethnic Fest.
Yes.
And then the other thing that's happening, which is really exciting because not a lot happens out in Northeast Tacoma, but in Browns Point is the Salmon Bake, and that's August 6th and 7th. And so it says it closes at 8 p.m., but we all know the beer garden's open longer. So people should get out there. It is one of the best events ever.
And Sarah, they're back with that event because during COVID, that event, you can't do a salmon feed virtually.
Right. Hard to do
Maybe
that.
you could Uber it. That would be even more expensive than.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you live in Northeast Tacoma or Browns Point and you're interested in volunteering, you should get a hold of them. They're always looking for volunteers. My friend's husband, Kevin, is going to be cooking the salmon. And it's the best way to see your neighbors. I mean, in Northeast Tacoma, we're always looking for ways to communicate, to meet with each other, and that is a fabulous way.
It is. So when you look at District 2, and District 2, I think for me, if I were to put each district in a snow globe and shake it up, I would want to see where the glitter and snowflakes land on District 2, in the sense of if those snowflakes could land where the challenges are.
Oh, ooh, that's a
So
good
what
question.
challenges would we see the glitter and the snow land on in District 2?
Oh, I would say crime is a big issue still, and and some of it is organized crime that's been happening down on Dock Street at some of the condominiums, which I think is concerning.
It is.
And I'm working with Chief Moore on how we might respond to some of these, making sure that if they have someone, are they going to be able to arrest that person?
Yeah.
The other thing that's happened is still we have a lot of trash in our district. Just we have a huge homeless problem in District 2. And a lot of it's in the Dome District. I'm not going to be shy about talking about this subject. It's something that we're dealing with as a city, and that it does impact the people who live in my district. It has moved into the Northslope, into Stadium, and people are carrying people. However, it's affecting their daily lives, with the ability to be able to walk on the sidewalks and feel safe. So
Exactly.
Right.
And I think that's one of our biggest issues, and I know you share my heart on that.
Right.
Because these are someone's sons and daughters. You just can't come in and pick them up and put them someplace where you don't have to look. So it's a hard situation. And we have less than 30 seconds. So in this last 30 seconds, what is the one thing you want our viewers to know about District 2?
that we have just some of the best businesses in District 2,
Yeah.
and I think people should be out there exploring the different neighborhoods, Old Town, Stadium, and see all the different new restaurants that are in downtown Tacoma. It's just
yes.
bustling with new restaurants. So
It is.
take yourself down there, get to the brewery district, enjoy a good meal and a great beer.
And if you see Council Member Rumbaugh, because you will see her in
You will.
the district, you are so approachable and so accessible. Come up and say hello.
They should come up and say hi.
Yeah,
And they should tell me what's on their mind.
There we go. Sarah, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I want to have you back in 90 days so we can do this all again and talk about the other challenges coming up. Deal?
Great. I want to do it.
All
Let's do
right.
it.
We have much more to come on Cityline. Don't go away. We'll be right back.